Hello, beautiful. You are listening to Stepping into the Light with Julia Treat. That's me, your host from juliatreat.com. Thank you so much for listening. I am grateful for you sharing your energy with me. So, something happened today that hasn't happened in a while. I saved a bird. I just started my Healing with the Angels and Masters online course. And as with every other course that I've ever launched, that little voice started up saying, "Who do you think you are? You're not good enough." Granted, I can catch it very quickly now. It doesn't last for long, but it still does rear its ugly head from time to time. Now, whether that's connected with this lifetime or past lifetimes, it doesn't matter. It's still there, it shows up. And so I have learned to recognize it almost immediately and do whatever it takes to shut it down. So that little voice started again as I launched my course. Am I good enough? Am I giving them enough? And as I launched the course yesterday, today I was out in the yard with my two fur babies, Macy and Gracie. And in the backyard, there was a bird that was struggling. Now, I don't know if it had hit a window back there or a wall or something had tried to get it, because sometimes my hawk shows up and snatches birds from my yard. So I didn't know what the circumstances were, but I could tell it was struggling. So this bird was here today to remind me of just how powerful I am. I began to, first of all, I prayed. That's what I do instantly, always. I prayed to God and the angels and the healing masters and all my guides, and I turned on my healing mojo, and I began working on the bird. Now, in the past, I've had many birds hit my windows. I have these big windows on my deck. And I had birds hit these windows for years. And as soon as I would hear that thud, I would run out. And 9 times out of 10, there was a bird laying on the ground. Sometimes not breathing at all. Completely, done. I would actually sit and look, and there was no breathing, no breath happening. So I always snatched these birds up, put them in my hand, and began praying and working on them. I began infusing them with healing energy, with love, and what I call breath of life, which is truly me tapping into the divinity, divine light, breathing it in through the top of my head and blowing it into this little feathered friend. I'm thinking that I probably healed anywhere from 20 to 30 birds, maybe more. It was nothing for Michael to come home from work and I'm sitting on the steps out back with a bird in my hands, telling him, this bird just hit the window and I'm going to heal it. I was at a recent event, Tony Robbins event. It was Date with Destiny. Amazing, amazing show. And he was talking about his wife, Sage, and how they'll be walking down the street somewhere, and if she sees a bird on the ground that is visibly deceased, she will never hesitate to pick it up and begin to heal that bird. Now, when I heard that, I was floored, because although I do it all the time, I was shocked to hear someone else that did it. It was a really cool feeling. And so he said Sage will always pick them up, and he said he's witnessed so many miracles of birds that aren't even breathing that they will, just within a few minutes' time, will begin moving, opening their eyes, and eventually fly off. Now, I've witnessed that many times on my own, with my own healing work. Last year, I got these these window overlay things that you can put on so that birds actually, it's all butterflies too, but they, on their side, they can see the reflection of the butterflies and it keeps them from hitting the window. So I did get those, and I've not had a bird hit the window since that. So over the past year, I didn't even realize I haven't worked on any birds. So this morning, when I walked out and saw that bird in the yard, in the backyard, out back, struggling, I knew it was universe sending me a sign. You doubt if you're good enough to teach this. Here's another bird for you to save. Gets me choked up. So I got my message. I'm good enough. I'm fucking amazing. I'm a healer. And yes, I can even heal birds. And that is what I'm here to pass on to others. I'm here to teach them how to do that, to show them the way, to help them realize that they are just as capable. I'm not here to save every animal on the planet. I'm here to train others to do it. Someone asked me recently, they've followed me all these years, and they said, it's amazing. I've watched your shifts, your evolution. I've seen you come out of, kind of holding backing podcasts where now you just let it rip. And I said, my podcast is actually what I feel has healed me. To be able to say whatever I want and move into that space of I don't have to rehearse anything. I don't have to know what I'm going to talk about. And I'm just speaking from the heart and I'm telling my stories. And it's helping people. It's helping me most of all. But this person said, I have so enjoyed witnessing your transformation. It's inspiring, and I can't wait till the next episode and see what you're going to do next and what class you're going to offer next. And she asked me, she said, well, what do you feel like your role is now? She said, I've seen you change so much. What is your role? And without hesitation, it just came out of my mouth. I said, I'm here to train the troops. I seriously know that is what I'm here to do now. Believe me, back in 2008, when this was unfolding for me, opening up to my abilities, or even just a couple of years ago, I would not have realized that that's what my true calling was. And that's why I tell people, don't get stuck on what you think the outcome is going to be or how things are going to turn out, because it may be far grander than you ever imagined. And 5-10 years ago, if you ever said, hey, you're going to be out teaching so many people and being a leader and on the front lines of, something that so many people won't understand, but so many will be willing to embrace, I would have said, there's no freaking way I'm doing that. But that is what has become of my journey as I have continued to ask God and my angels and guides to lead the way, to show me the way, take me there, whatever it is, whatever I'm here to do, however I can help. So one of the students in my new course, I offered a special. It's, if you paid in full, you got a free healing session with me, because I wanted to take my students on the journey that I'm going to teach them to take people on. It's a healing journey. It's not just feeling better and sending them home. It's a journey of healing their soul. And so one of the students had her healing session with me today, and I'm just going to say, hello, Melissa. I'm not going to say any details about her session, but all I'm going to say is that it was fucking amazing. Not just because I was involved, but because Melissa's ready. And the insights and clarity and messages that she received today, I know changed her from that moment on. And I get to watch her unfold as we move through these 4 weeks of this course. And I am so grateful that I actually get to be a part of it and witness her transformation. But I was thinking right before I sat down to do this podcast, she's going to be one of those out there healing those birds. Whether the bird is symbolic of another soul, of a human being, a soul is a soul is a soul. It can be a bird, a dog, a person, a tree, just doing healing work. So once again, I have to thank my sweet little feathered friend for the message, because it was a bird who showed up and gave me my very first message from the animal kingdom when I was in Sedona so many years ago. I believe that podcast, the title is called Pilgrimage to Sedona. You may want to listen to that. It's pretty cool. It's about my first communication with a bird. And it is when I made my way to Sedona, feeling very broken. And this one little bird who followed me around gave me a profound message. So I'll let you venture to that podcast if you want to find out what that is. But today, yet again, one of the little sweethearts from the bird family showed up to tell me, you are good enough. You are needed. Step up. Embrace your path. Embrace your calling. And train the troops, because we need more healers out there. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. I am grateful, and I couldn't wait to share the message. The joy that I received from helping that little bird as it flew off today just filled my heart up, and I forgot how amazing that can feel. If you're still wondering, gosh, I should have taken that course, because I've had several people reach out and ask if it's too late. Get in now. I have the link still up. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. I want to help you become a miracle facilitator. The time is now. Let's do this. God bless.